Good to go.
All right. Live from the OG Garden Studios, hot and sunny Miami, Florida. Welcome, Puff community, to the second edition of the OG Dragon podcast series. Biggie here with you, along with the rest of the OG gang. Jordan Coleman, crypto counselor, blockhead, hero protagonist, and joining us today, warm welcome into the pod, another OG live from the southern parts of England. Hazza, my man. Once again, it's an honor to share this time with you, Puff community, to continue to build on the ongoing bond we're all creating with one another. We're all really enjoying watching it develop, watching it flourish day by day, week by week. We had a fantastic first episode last week. The feedback was overwhelmingly positive from the community. We really enjoyed the time spent together and also helping you understand who the OGs are, including last week's special Dragon guest, Dragon Prime VS, introducing himself so you got to know him a little bit more and taking the time to introduce really everyone so you know a bit more about who you're chatting with here in the Discord and in the Telegrams. So let's just continue to build off that, to continue to grow. Let's talk Puff, ideas for future pods, maybe what you'd like to see from this podcast moving forward. Your feedback and ideas are definitely highly important and valuable to us. And let's also discuss some ongoing game strategy. And as our Dragon Prime VS, aka Google, has taught us, we are continuing to follow a concept called acing, A-C-I-N-G, for all of you that may not be aware what acing stands for. So a quick rundown on that. A stands for altruism, meaning selfless service. C for community, meaning collective wisdom, which I know we have here in this community. Strength. I for innovation, meaning cutting edge creativity. N for nobility, meaning honorable conduct. And I think we'll display that to you further as we get into the podcast today. And finally, G for gain, meaning financial prosperity. So we do feel, if you think about all these, we're hitting all of these goals here at Puff and continue to strive forward in the direction that we're moving towards doing something different here in crypto. Definitely meme 2.0, which we believe cannot be found anywhere else. And we do feel this concept will be duplicated eventually in the future by other projects moving forward as an example of what crypto and community really should be about. Quick rundown on today's pod. We're going to do an open Goldilocks with Hero. We're going to talk scams, prevention, and a really interesting strategy with Blockhead. Going to really love what he's been doing over the last few days and sniping out scams from our community. We're going to discuss the outcome of the nominee award voting, and we have some great Puff merch going out to those winners. We'll discuss market cap, game 2, the Whack-A-Gecko strategy, Puff price. We also have a new weekly segment we're introducing today called Puff Alpha Drop, where we're going to share some interesting alpha that the community has discovered. So stick around for that. And finally, open it up to Q&A with the community and just hang out together, have a good time. However, one step before we kick it off, I want to start by giving you the honor of introducing you to our very own, or many of you know from being Discord and the Telegram communities. As I mentioned, Hazza is a really important part of the group. He hails from southern part of England. He's currently weighing in at about 13.57 stone. Loves bicycles, loves surfing. He has a blockchain development experience and Web3 background in his skill set. So true asset to the team. He's an extraordinary talent. We're thankful to have him part of the team. And I recently had the opportunity to poll some of the OGs as to what words come to mind when they think of Hazza. And here's what I got back, just so you have an understanding of what kind of guy he is. Deep DeFi knowledge, level-headed, honest, caring, resourceful, respectful, creative, level-headed, great overall human being, and finally, support ticket god. So when we have a complicated support ticket, we're definitely turning to Hazza. I certainly agree with all those comments. So Hazza, welcome to the pod. Please take a moment to say hello and introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Biggie. That was a lovely introduction. So yeah, I'm from England. I'm a software developer by trade. I've been into crypto for a while now. I'm not actually a crypto dev, more of a traditional finance dev. crypto is a bit more exciting, so it's more of a hobby of mine. I was into been into Mantle ecosystem for a while, and I kind of just stumbled across Puff through that via the Meth Lab. And yeah, so it's good to be able to share some of my knowledge I picked up along the way. Yeah, thank you, Biggie.
Awesome. Thank you, Hazza. And before we start, just a quick disclaimer. Let's begin and hear from the one and only crypto counselor.
Hello, everyone. I'm here to ruin everyone's fun. This is a quick reminder that the Guardian Pod, what you're listening to right now, is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing we say should be considered financial advice. Also, while I am a lawyer in the U.S., I am not your lawyer, and nothing you say should be misconstrued as legal advice. Finally, and very important, the Guardians are not members of the core team at Puff. Neither do we speak on behalf of the official Puff team, Jordy, or Vias. So anything we say should be understood as mere speculation and the blatherings of crypto degens such as yourselves. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And what we're going to do first is we're going to kick it over to Blockhead. We're going to talk a little bit about scams because it's still been prevalent in our community. We'll talk about prevention and this really novel strategy that Blockhead has created and implemented where he's just been sniping scammers daily. And he's known now as the scam hunter, and he's taken this really seriously. He's been painting his face in full camo before he comes on to the screen in the morning. Sorry, you all can't see that, but just take my word for it. And Block, take it away. Let us know what you've been doing.
Thanks, Biggie. What I would say to start is some of these things we're going to talk about aren't my ideas. I'm working together with some of the guys from the community as well. So, yeah, I can't take all the credit for it, but I definitely share your opinion there that we need to get after the scammers and try and make sure that they're not draining wallets from the community. But yeah, we are seeing a lot of scams happen. We've seen multiple users from the community having their wallets drained. Hazza's been dealing with a lot of tickets as a ticket god, and it's difficult. It's difficult to listen to the stories, to try and let people know there's nothing that can be done. And the truth is, we're all only one click away from having our wallets drained. It can be a lapse in concentration, rushing to complete a task, genuine deception. The scammers are really good at what they do. And, you know, some of the wallets that we've seen through looking at the transactions of the users that have been scammed have millions of dollars in them. So it's not, these guys aren't just looking for a few hundred here and there. They're doing this all day, every day, and they're getting a lot of funds. So collectively, I think we should be doing everything that we can to stop these guys as best we can and to protect each other. So what are we seeing? Well, in Twitter, we're seeing guys get scammed through the fake links that are appearing below official posts. So within the comments, they're embedding pictures of Puff, fake links to other websites where they can apparently take part in new chapters and new games, all in an attempt to drain our wallets. In Telegram, there's fake groups that are popping up, fake Puff groups, even phone calls from support, Puff support, members of receiving phone calls from fake support groups. In Discord, a lot of impersonation. There's a lot of CCs about, a lot of crypto counselors, all offering their financial advice. So we're seeing a lot of impersonation and a lot of DMs being received from members. Sorry, a lot of DMs that we're receiving with fake links in as well. So how can we protect ourselves? Well, one is not to click on those links on Twitter. At Puff, we advise never click on links in Twitter. Always come back to the Discord. Always verify. Always check every link twice or 3 times. Check and check again, and just really trust no one. It sounds harsh to trust no one, but self-custody carries responsibility. And once the wallet's been drained. There's nothing that we can do or can be done. So check everything over and over again. And in Telegram, I've seen a lot of stories of fake QR codes, even where images come up in the group claiming, new airdrop, scan the QR code. You click on there and there's a link through to connect your wallet. It really is quite simple for anybody to get their wallet drained. And for me, that's the scary part. It doesn't matter how long you've been in crypto, how many rules we set ourselves. It's just one lapse in concentration, and we can connect our wallets to something we didn't mean to. So they're the things that we can do by ourselves. What are we doing as a community at Puff to try and help protect our wallets and stop the scammers? So one is the devs, the social media devs, Discord devs. They've added a lot of bots into chat. So you'll notice in the general chat we can't add links. That's really just to protect us from these kind of attacks and phishing attempts. And we've also started baiting the scammers, which is the exciting bit, I think. So, Hazza, if you wouldn't mind just sharing your screen. So this is what we're doing actively in chat at the moment. And as I said, I'm working with one of the guys in the room now to try and catch as many scammers as we can. We're up to about 6 or 7 now, which is pretty exciting just from this new way of attempting to catch guys. I'm not sure why it's not sharing at the moment, Hazza. If you can see a screen share you can enlarge it by just clicking on the screen share. So if you're watching in chat and you want to see the screen shares larger, just click on the image and it should open it up in a larger format. But as Hazza's trying to share that, I'll just talk through what we're doing. So we set up a number of fake accounts for new users. And what we're doing is those users are going into the general chat asking for support. And we're giving the OGs a heads up that these guys are there. Some of you guys have been great. You've been trying to point these fake users towards the OGs for support and asking them to add support tickets. But we're putting those fake users in the chat for one reason only. That's to catch the scammers and to snipe them. So we've had a lot of success with it. What was hoping that could be shown on the screen was DMs that are being received by the scammers, where they almost instantly send a DM through to the fake user saying, "No problem, we can help you. Here's a link to Puff support. Click on the link, and it'll take you through to the support Discord server." And from there, they are draining your account. We know that it's happening a lot in chat because we're seeing the tickets raised. Hazza, could you just try and share? Just cancel the share and add it one more time. I don't think anybody can see it.
Block, I can see it just fine, so it might just be a you issue.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Sorry, I'll talk around it then. Not coming up on any of my screens.
Share it again.
Thank you. Yeah, so first of all, thank you to the person who will stay anonymous for all their help. It's been really appreciated and really a great idea. And we hope that we can continue to catch scammers and make sure that they're not in our Discord server. And just be aware of what we can do as a community to help each other stay safe, and also as ourselves individually, what steps we can take. And I know that we're going to do some walkthroughs on privacy settings in Telegram, privacy settings in Discord, to make sure that we're not sharing our telephone numbers with everybody in the server. And yeah, if you guys could report any DMs, report any scams to us straight away so we can make sure to ban suspicious users. That was it. We're going into more depth in another pod, but yeah, thanks Biggie.
Yeah, awesome. I couldn't see the screen share either. But just to give everyone, I think in the chat, some people can see it, some can't. But for the ones who can't, it's basically just a message going out from a profile that we're creating on our side and going out into the Discord and Telegram communities, just saying, hey, I'm new to Puff. How do I connect, or how do I buy Puff, or what do I need to do? And just waiting, using that as bait and having the scammers come and approach these fake profiles. And then we're banning them one by one. So we're at least eliminating about one per day over the last week, which is making the community safer. I think it's a tactic. So for all you scammers out there, you never know. Maybe you a bait profile. Maybe you're talking to a user in the community who's also helping us and recording screenshots for scammers. But I just wanted to bring this to everyone's attention. It is making a difference. And hopefully as we continue this forward, it will eliminate more and more from the... So as a follow-up, wanted to pass it over to Jordan, get a quick update on the voting and the nomination winners. We're working on getting Puff merch out to all those winners, so stay tuned, winners. And JC, it looks like, unfortunately, you lost today. So that is our second OG that has gone down in the voting. Crypto Counselor lost, and you lost. And if you could give us a quick update on some of the winners, and I think there's an active new vote that started.
Yeah, sure. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I know it's being weird on Discord, so I just want to double check. But yeah, I lost to Melissa. If there was ever a person to lose to, it's definitely Melissa. So I guess we could start with that one, even though I think that was the last one. Melissa, as our detective work, she was the lead detective of finding the GRT, I think his name, connections. Not only that, she's been doing really good game theory with the chapter 2 and chapter 3 stuff. And whereas as I'm more of a conspiracy theorist, she's more of like an actual theorist in finding real connections instead of making some out of thin air. So I definitely think it's well deserved that she got lead detective, and hopefully she's gonna lead us all to prosperity in chapter 4, 5, and 6 to come. So with that, we'll go to who is the funniest member in Puff Discord. It was between Newman513 and EagleX, now Dragon Core. Newman, he may not be, well, he is pretty funny, but I think what really got him the votes is his jump comments. Even though Puff jumping is no laughing matter, I still think it is hilarious that was what he was mainly focused on. And hopefully one day Puff will fly, spread his wings and fly. Then we have EagleX, and he is always trolling the community. I think he's on his 15th burner account on Discord now. So he's always coming in, pretending to be somebody new, pretending to be a farmer, pretending to be somebody rich. And now he was role-playing as an OG. And now I think he's going to get the Puff ETF approved. So shout out to both of them. It was a close race, but Newman edged it out. And then our second round was rudest person, and it was between Sefu and Crypto Counselor. Honestly, I think you guys get this vote wrong. I'm not gonna lie, but so Sefu came out on top for the rudest person. CC is not. I guess he's not always rude. He's just rude when he's like lawyer rude. You know what I mean? He comes in and makes sure that you're doing what you're supposed to in the lawyery way. So. Then our third vote was for the biggest Puff well. It was between Belinda and the Consular. And I mean, to me, Belinda definitely has heavy bags as well, and she has a lot of connections. But the main one that's in chat talking about his multi-million-dollar worth of Puff is definitely the Consular. So I think that makes sense to why he definitely won with 75% of the vote. And our fifth vote, which is currently ongoing, is between Bob is Cool and Michael Scott for the most bullish. Michael Scott currently has the lead with 76% of the votes, but Bob might surprise us and etch it out. So
nice. I think Bob's going to make a comeback. Where is Bob? We miss you, brother. Come back. So Next, I'm going to pass it over to Crypto Council. I want to give you a game 2 overview on the current status, the rules, the goals to winning, give you a quick update on what's been going on with that game today. And then we're going to quickly hear from Hero and JC. They both want to let you know exactly the whole they. CC?
Yeah, man. We decided we were going to talk about the rules in this podcast. And all the guys were like, oh, yeah, CC, you should handle that. You like rules. So I guess I'm handling that because I like rules. So the rules of this game. Let me post the link to the Twitter feed in the chat real quick, just so that we have it. Y'all can correct me if I get anything wrong. Also, I'm going to post the link to the Meth Lab where, if you care to, maybe a slightly less expansive version of the rules exists on that page as well. So basically, we're playing Whack-A-Gecko. A lot of jokes, a lot of potential jokes to be made with this terminology, but that's the terminology we're working with. So, point of the game is to predict what the rank of Puff, the token price, what the rank of Puff will be on CoinGecko's cryptocurrency prices by market cap rankings on Sunday, May 12th at a random time between 3 p.m. UTC and 7 p.m. UTC. To be clear, CoinGecko has a number of different rankings. I'm also going to post a link to the actual official rankings. Okay? There are 2 potential reward pots for our predictions. One is for 3 million Puff, and one is for 1 million Puff. The first pot of 3 million will be awarded pro rata to the dragons who correctly predict Puff's rank within a range. And go to the Meth Lab, you can see there are 7 different ranges of numbers to choose among. They span from less than or equal to 449, all the way to greater than or equal to 620. You can vote in 1 or 7 of those. I'm sure the guys chatting after me will get into some of their thoughts on those strategies. The second pot is of 1 million Puff, and it will be rewarded pro rata to any dragons who correctly choose the exact ranking of Puff at the deadline. Thankfully, when you go in and you actually choose which rank you want to whack, there's a requirement that you also enter a Puff rank. So you have to put in an exact number, and it has to be a number within the range of the hole that you're selecting. Okay? Again, that's where 1 million Puffs spread out among the winners, whoever's able to correctly predict the exact rank of Puff on Sunday at the predetermined time, or at the random time within that predetermined hour span. If we look right now at the Meth Lab website, Puff's current rank, let me actually refresh this because it doesn't always refresh on its own. Puff's current rank is displayed at 587. You go to the CoinGecko rankings list, we're actually at 587. If you pay close attention and go back and forth, sometimes you'll see that there's a slight delay in the APIs in the API on the Meth Lab website. So you can always check and verify that they're matched one another on the Gecko list. Another important factor is the potency for your potential award allocation will drop from 100% at the inception of the game all the way down to 50% at the time that the countdown clock hits 0, which, according to the Meth Lab site, again, is going to be in 1 day and 20 hours and 15 minutes from now. Potency is currently at 85.5%. So you can still get 85.5% if you were to deposit now. If you wait a day and 20 hours, then you're going to be down to a 50% potency. As I think most of you are aware, there were 2 user interface issues at the start of the game. One showed some overlap between the ranges for each Gecko hole, meaning some of them showed 500 in both the 450 hole and the 534 hole. So that was causing confusion as to exactly which one was the winning hole for, say, the 500 rank. That has since been fixed. There was also an issue with the countdown clock, which was displaying the wrong end time by approximately 24 hours. Both display issues have been rectified. Both were display issues only. The contracts were verified and are accurate. So the validity of the game and the deposits made thus far are protected and sound. If you have any questions on this, we'll be happy to answer those to the best of our ability during the Q&A section of the pod. So thanks everyone, and those are the rules.
Okay, great. Thanks, Cece. Next, want to get into the weekly alpha drop. So some new or recently discovered alpha that we want to share with you. Maybe we can do a screen share here, and if you guys want to jump on, I think who's going to share this with us? Was it a Block and JC?
Yeah, it was Hazza that was going to share the screen.
Hazza.
But I'm not sure if it's working at the moment. We might need to put it into chat.
Yeah, I'll try now, but let me know if you can't see it.
I can't see it on both the accounts that I'm. Oh, it's come up now. It has come up now.
Can you guys in the chat see that? If you can give us a heads up if you can see the screen share or not. We got some yes and some no.
Yeah, I'll upload picture to the chat as well.
That'd be great. Yeah, it's strange because I've got the recording going and I can't see it on there, but I can now see it on my own Discord. So yeah, I'm guessing that some guys in the room can see it and some can't. But yeah, if you could add it to the,
or even if you just get a screenshot, it doesn't even need to be a screen share.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, JC, what do you reckon about this then? This you found this a couple of months ago, didn't you?
Yeah, well, we're in the Meth Lab Discord. But I mean, honestly, like, at first we didn't know exactly what Discord this was because it was like a Discord with the Puff logo. But now that we migrated from the Meth Lab to the Puff Discord, it kind of seemed like he had early access to the Puff Discord. So I'm just saying, it might seem like we might have some YouTubers or crypto Twitter influencers that have been invested in Puff and might have a shared interest in sharing Puff to the general public. So
this is a crypto banter stream from a couple of months ago when we were still in the Meth Lab, and now the icon there is the Puff icon that we have in our own Discord server. But that was before it even existed. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, essentially. So I don't know if it was like if they had early access or if it was a different Discord entirely. I just thought it was interesting. So if you see like a video from him in the future, I wouldn't be too surprised. That's all I'm going to say.
And for those of us who don't really know anything about influencers, who's Rand? What's his significance?
Yeah, so he's like a YouTuber, and he kind of shares, you know how crypto YouTubers are. They give you the alpha on the new meme coins. Well, he initially didn't start out with meme coins. He's more like a traditional influencer sharing like AI gaming tokens, and he just tries to find undervalued things and bring that to the public. But more recently, he's been more focused on meme coins. I think, to be fair, though, I think most people have been, because meme coins have low-key been outperforming everything last cycle and this cycle as well. So, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some content about Puff in the near future.
I definitely noticed there is a relationship between Geordie and Rand. He was on the Steady Lads podcast, wasn't he, a couple of weeks back? Again, looking at memes. So yeah, I definitely think that's interesting. Very interesting.
It looks like that crypto banter group has almost 800,000 subscribers on YouTube. So interesting. Okay.
That's a big KOL.
Again, quick reminder: we're not associated with the team, and we are just purely speculating based off of an image that Jordan found 2 months ago.
Yeah, but just speculating like everyone else, digging for information next, what marketing may come next, what influencers, what KOLs may come next, and we're trying to connect the dots in any way with that we can, just like the community. So we know nothing more than you do, but we're just trying to be the best detective as we can, like Melissa and JC, and just put the pieces together and try to predict what may happen next. But I think that's certainly a pretty strong indication, at least in my opinion, as to there's some synergy there. There's obviously some communication going on, and maybe that's something to look forward to as we move into chapter 4. So from there, I think that's about covers the agenda we wanted to. Let's open it up to the community. We'd love to hear from you about any questions on topics that you have. Feel free to come up to the stage, or questions that you have in the chat, and we'd love to communicate with you and answer any topics or questions you may have.
Where's my boy Zoot at? I want to talk about his latest meme. Yeah, let me enable requests, because currently nobody can request to be on stage. So you should be able to request now. Zoot, okay.
There he is.
Let's get him on stage.
Zoot is awesome, man. I love what he's been creating and bringing to the community. And my biggie bags that you can see right on the screen right now, that was a Zoot creation. So thank you for that.
And my blockhead is yeah, thanks so much.
And hey guys, can everyone hear me?
Yeah, hey Z.
Yeah. How's everyone?
Good. How are you?
Good. I just want to tell everyone I'm Zoot. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for letting me on. And also thank you for, whoever provided this glorious games of holes. And it's also interesting to see many users on Discord discussing their strategies on whacking certain holes. Next, it reminds me of a comment section of a popular website named after a naughty hamster named Eggs. But on a serious note,
What you meant?
but on a serious note, guys, just to all the new users on here, if you see my message in the gen chat, just make sure to check out the Puff Puff Pass channel, and you might see a little cheeky surprise. That's all, guys.
Thanks. Love it, Zoot. Yeah, keep them coming. We appreciate your contribution, and we love what you've been doing so far. It's been really all right. Let's see if we have any other requests to speak. Let's check the chat if there's any questions. The Melissa's here. Congratulations, Melissa. Lorenz requesting to speak. Can we bring him up?
What's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Lorenz.
Hey, Lorenz.
What? No, I don't have much to say, and as you guys know, I'm normally at work. I'm always at work when all the best people are talking in and all these A-mains and stuff. Just want to say thank you. It's been a great, just a great time being with the community, talking with everybody, and just like reading up on the chats, even when I'm, just pulling them back up after a long day or whatever. So you guys are all dope. Love you all. It's been just an absolute blast, all these games and everything. So we need to hop in and say that while my boss just walked away. So
All right, now you got more time. Where are you, Lorenzi? Wait, France?
what'd you say? Sorry, say again.
Where are you located?
I'm in California.
Oh, okay. California.
So 3 p.m. my time.
Awesome, man. Well, we appreciate you coming up, and appreciate your contribution to the community.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it. It's been a blast.
Notice Micro's in the room. Just want to say thank you for all you're doing as well in the chats. All your
The micro. Great. Is there a way we can bring up some of the micro information on the screen share? Is it still giving us problems?
It's a bit temperamental. Hero just shared one of Micro's latest graphs, which is very impressive as always. So there's the graph at the top, She's showing. Yeah,
That's
the
in the
chat. If you
chat.
click on the picture in the chat, then you'll be able to see it bigger on your screen.
Yeah.
Basically showing where all the bets have been placed from the individual rank bets to the buckets as well.
So it looks like the majority is
Hey, Blockhead.
between.
Blockhead, why don't you share with us what it is how you spent your morning today?
Oh,
That was a
not
good
very-
laugh.
Yeah, I'm not very happy. As we know, there was a change to the timing, or there wasn't a change to the timing, but I believed that we had to get our bets in by tomorrow. So I was trying to make sure I kept as much potency as I could. Most of the bets I made with my main puff bag and my main BMT was all yesterday, and I kind of spread it out a little bit, not too much, but I spread it out a little bit. And I then added a few bets onto different ranks just to give myself a chance for that million puff. And then I was laying awake last night and I thought, what can I do to kind of guarantee at least some kind of allocation to that million puff? So I decided to swap a little bit of meth for a few $100s of puff, and decided to split it on 140 ranks. So this morning I made over 200 transactions to allocate into every rank from 620 to 480. So it won't be a lot of potency, but I've got a little bit of a spread, let's say.
How
But yeah.
long did that take you?
It took quite a while. I was at the start, I was completing 2 transactions for each one, approving each one, and then obviously adding the tokens to the smart contract. But I realized pretty quickly that you didn't have to do that. You could approve them all in one go. So yeah, I learned very quickly that was the wrong way.
Dedication, as someone said in the chat.
Dedication,
That is
hard work.
true
Hard work
dedication.
pays off. That's one of my mottos in life. Hard work pays off.
Is
Yeah,
that the
man.
goal?
What's that?
Is that the goal for you guys? Is to go for more so for the 1 million than getting a piece of the 3 million pie to maybe strike it on the 1 million side with not too many other winners?
I just think that my thought in that wasn't that I wanted an allocation with loads of other people. I thought there'll be a few numbers, as we can see in Micro's chart, that really don't have anyone in there. So I thought if it lands there and I'm the only one, even if I've only got a couple of puff, I've got a million puff coming my way. But obviously that has changed now. We know that the game is going on longer, and it'll be closer to the end of the game that we can deposit. So it's going to be a smaller pot. It's going to be narrowed. So I reckon probably now there's only going to be 20 numbers or 20 ranks that you would need to allocate to if you do want to guarantee an allocation in the last 15 hours. That would be my strategy if I was going to start again. But hey, I'm all in. I can do nothing now. No more meth. No more BMT. I'm done.
Phil from Queens is asking, how pissed would you be if you miss it by one away?
What if it was 621 or 479? Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed.
Oh, that's too funny. That's true dedication, though, Blockhead.
I'm sure I'll get 10 puff now.
If that happens, Block, I'll send you 10 puff
Thank you.
as a consolation.
You got 10 from me too, buddy. That's 20.
I'm sorry, you're not getting no puff from me. I'm keeping every single last one for the final decision.
That's it.
Let's see. Any other requests to speak? Any other questions? Or
I mean, we could talk about our strategies too. I mean, I was going to hold it close to my chest, but whatever.
yeah, let's hear what you did. What hold you put it in?
So I told, all right, Zoo. But so last time I think I overthought it like way too much. So this time I just made her curved it the fuck up, and I just pit 3, And the 3 middle pots, I did yellow, purple, and green. I was like, because I figured puff would go to the upside just because I thought 15-cent puff was low. I don't know, it might slip to the orange one, but I think I'm pretty safe doing a 3-way split between those 3. So
Yeah,
right
I did
away.
the same. I was 40% yellow, 40% purple, and 20% into the orange, which I think we're pretty close to. Probably not too many people are in that one, but that was my strategy. I think was pretty much playing it too, similar to what I did in the previous game. Unlike on Hazza, who's the big risk taker here, sent in the Shaka category the last game, and he made out really well with that. Did you go as risky this time, Haz? Did you go all in?
No, not quite. I split it amongst 2 this time. But yeah, I took the same stance as Jordan. I thought that it would be more likely to go the rank to go down. So purple was my biggest one. Yeah, the other way at the moment.
It is. It's the opposite way of what I expected. I thought we were right about at floor with Puff, and if the market continued to drop, I thought the projects around us would drop and we would kind of hold that floor, which would bring our ranking upward. But in fact, the opposite has happened. But we still have a couple of days left. A lot can change, but that was kind of my strategy and thinking behind the way I deployed my magic tokens.
Did anyone pick up on... Go on, you go, Hero.
I was just going to say, I think if anyone hasn't actually deployed any tokens yet, now is a really good time because the potency is still quite high and there's very few people in the orange one who are very close to that. Like, there's almost 11, like 10% of the people in the orange one compared to the yellow one. And then also, shout out to micro again, because if I'd done that micro, I probably would have kept that to myself because you're giving away all your alpha there, but that's much appreciated. If you guys look at micro's heat map chart there, the one with the green, the yellow, and the red, the ones with the green means kind of very few people have put their BMT into those, and the ones with the red mean that a lot of people have. So if you combine kind of micro's chart there with still having 85% potency, you can actually do quite well. Like initially, I spread mine out in pretty much all the categories except for the top one, because I ignored the top one because I figured out the price had to go up by maybe 50% in a couple of days and by the end of the competition to get into that. So I ignored that one, but I'm pretty much in all the other ones to some extent. But and I just saw we went down to 589 now, so we're like 1 away from the...
Oh, Lord, I'm stressed. Don't say that.
Oh, wait, I need to
Come on,
refresh the
Will.
screen. Yeah.
If ever it's time.
Yeah, we need some whale movement right now.
No,
Where's Google? We need his bags. You can front run us this time.
I was wondering if Gugu was... Micro also spoke about another user, another member that had put, I think it was 500 BMT into every single rank from 750 to 350. It was something like that. It was something crazy, like 400 ranks. And they put a few million BMT in, but only 500 in each one. Must have been automated.
I want to know. I want to know who put their BMT into rank 1. That's the one I want to know. I'm sure my
Prime Dragon drop. Our Prime Dragon
Whale
joined.
encounter. Whale is here.
The guy that stacked everything with all
There
the
he
slots.
is.
That's genius, I think. But it's overkill for me. I don't have the time to do it. And to be honest with you guys, I still have not deployed. I've been listening to Jordan, and I think I might follow a similar tactic and just wait and see where the ball, the central tendency tends to be, and just deploy around it, plus minus 1 standard deviation. And I think that's what we're gonna do, even with the potencies like 50%. But the challenge for me just kept finding the time. I haven't found any time today to do much. So yeah, but it's enlightening listening to everyone here. So keep it up. Yeah.
When does your schedule start to normalize? VS, when you back home?
I'm traveling tomorrow. So tomorrow evening Cyprus time, I should be back. So yeah, right on time for vampire time.
VS, you can send
Travels.
GMT to my wallet and I can deploy it for you.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'll know
His
it.
billion work for BMT.
I should actually, you know what? I bet that if I was to split all my puff and delegated my puff equally to all the OGs and had you deployed it with your strategy, I'm sure at the end of the game, I would have made more than me deciding what to do. So maybe I might ask you about that.
We're going to take a percentage, though.
Wisdom of the crowds. Yeah, sure. Even with the percentage, I'm sure I'm going to be well up with you guys as opposed to just me, one mind. So yeah, and this is funny. I'm going to actually write a sci-fi piece, yet another sci-fi piece that I want to write about, the idea of the wisdom of the crowds. And it's this idea that if you ask people a random outcome, let's say you take imagine a bucket that has lots and lots of gummy bears, like thousands of gummy bears, right? And you asked everyone here in the chat, what's your estimate? What's your best guess for this, bucket of gummy bears? Person number 1 says 50, person number 2 says 1,003, person number 3 says 67, and so on and so forth. If I take the average of everyone there, if I do this with enough sample size, then I will be very close to the actual price. And it's a intriguing finding. It's called the wisdom of the crowds in psychology. And so if you see that distribution of puff, and it is a prediction market, right? So by definition, a prediction market means that what the market believes that will happen will actually happen, not exactly, but very close to it. So that's probably the benefit of time, and deciding at the very end, even with 50% potency, you probably are going to be more accurate by observing the central tendency of the data at that point in time than you would have had you used your 100% potency. So yeah, that's some thoughts from the professor here. And that's going to be my strategy. I'm going to wait up until the very last moment. And then I'm just going to, look at the central tendency of the data and go plus minus half standard deviation, one standard deviation, and see what happens. Since you guys are not going to deploy it for me, so
Not without commission.
I think
let me all know your thoughts on this. Thank you.
I'm not
that
sure.
makes sense. Go ahead, Blush.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not sure if he's willing to come up. I'd be very interested to hear what Phil was doing after the kind of community vote last time for the last game with the split, and Phil instigated that. I just wondered what he might have done in this game. If he's willing to share.
Phil's being tight-lipped this round. He's not giving away.
He's put his hand up.
He's not giving away any alpha.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, he's fine.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, thanks for wanting to know what's in my head, but sorry, I can't really share my strategy this time because it'll ruin me.
That's okay.
But yeah, no. At first, when the game came out, I thought the best idea was to wait till the end to see where the price action might be, because I was hoping there wouldn't be like too big of a movement over the weekend, but I don't know. I deployed it more as in like a spread fashion, like more weighted towards where it is now. So I don't know what the colors are, but like whatever we're in, and mostly in that bucket, and then the 2 buckets around it. But there's other details I can't share though. I'll share it after though.
I think it's pretty similar to what most of us did. And you kind of expect the weekend to be lower activity, right? Phil, overall in the crypto markets, not seeing as much movement in the markets on Saturday and Sunday compared to weekdays.
I'll take your word for it. I'm not too experienced in the trends, but
That's what I see. So I don't know how much these rankings are really going to shake up. You never know.
mostly I was hoping for like a big surprise so the price could jump up like huge, but I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't just stay the way it is now, but we'll see.
Well, we didn't see any kind of intervention from any team wallets in the last game, so I'm not expecting maybe something like that here. But I don't know. It's relative to how everything else is moving, so I don't think it can happen. I don't think it'll be as static as the previous game. We're already in a different bucket now, so I don't know. I'm just hoping it goes up a bit because we don't want to see it in the last rank, the greater than or equal to 620. Although the people that are in that bucket do, but I don't know. I think most people here are bullish.
All right, let's see. I don't think we have any more requests for speaker. Oh, we do have one. Speak. Bring that name up. Rory Chick.
Yeah, I've invited him to speak, but he's got to accept it. I don't know.
Okay, maybe stepped away.
Oh,
okay.
Went up 2 rounds. 587 now.
587.
Good news.
There's a lot. If you again look at Micro's thing image, a lot of people went into 555, rank 555, and I'm assuming it's just because it's 3 5s. I don't think there's any other. Obviously, it's somewhere near where the rank is now, the current rank. But yeah, I think people just saw 555. That's it. I'm sold.
Thankfully, it wasn't 888.
Yeah, right. Imagine.
Or it could be 444, guys. Could be 444.
There's actually not too many people
for-
in 444.
SSP, how you doing? What did you want to say? Hello. Nothing.
SSP,
You're muted.
You're muted at the moment.
Taking him off mute.
Okay. Can't unmute him. They can only mute.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
I think that's all the questions we have, right?
And that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's
wrap it up.
everyone. Yep. We gave everyone a shot.
All right, we're just about an hour anyway. So as we close this out, just want to thank everyone again, the OGs, you, the Puff community. We will continue to work behind the scenes, bringing in fresh ideas to the community, new projects. Don't forget, we have Puff Poker Nights, and we have the meme competitions right around the corner. We also have the third and final Blue Magic token game, probably going to drop sometime next week, I would imagine. And also keep in mind, the Puff bonding is ending in just 14 days as we make our way to chapter number 4. And a reminder to anyone who may be listening, come over to the Puff official Discord, come and join in on the upcoming fun. Follow Puff on the official Twitter to keep up to date on official announcements. And all the links will be in the YouTube description. And as we spoke about earlier in the pod, don't fall scams. Click on any unofficial links. The OGs will never DM you out to you directly. So that's all for today, Puffies. Thanks again from all of us here. We'll see you over chat and on the next podcast. Thank you all.